A big wingman, welcome to the wingman's path, to positivity, to raising your vibration, and to creating a life of your choosing. I so love getting to say that every day, and I so love you joining me on the wingman's path, where we practice together and we raise our vibration and we really start surrounding ourselves with positive energy. So thank you. Today's practice I've entitled 1%. I'm 1% better, because I was reading an article in my online of my local, one of my local sports teams, the Philadelphia 76ers, about one of their basketball players, one of their young men who defied all the odds and actually made the team as an undrafted player. Now in the NBA that doesn't happen a whole lot, maybe 5% of the time. But this young man not only made the team, he became an integral part of the team. His name is TJ McConnell, and I was reading a little bit about him, and in the off season, he ended up working with a guy by the name of Steve Nash, who at one time was an MVP in the league, I don't know, maybe 10, 15 years ago. And in the article, Steve Nash said, at the NBA level, 1% gain is an important gain. Oh, give me 1 minute on that. Thank you. 1% gain is that's my dinner that just came. How about that? 1% gain is an important gain. And I thought, you know what? It's not only at the NBA level. It's right where you are and right where I am. If we can improve ourselves just by 1%, it changes everything. Why? Because it gets the momentum moving in that direction. If we're 1% closer to achieving our goals or manifesting our desires, how great is that, right? Doesn't that change your vibration a little bit? Don't you start feeling a little bit better just by moving that 1%? And one thing I've learned about moving in the positive direction or negative direction, moving in any direction, is an object in motion stays in motion. I don't have to tell you that. Sir Isaac Newton will tell you that in the first law of physics, or first law of motion, will tell you an object in motion stays in motion. So I thought maybe we should practice that, because if a 1% gain means that much, is that important at the NBA level, right? The best basketball players in the world, then it's important at our level as well. And so if I can get 1% more positive, I'm going to be happy about that. And the way to do that, I think, is to change our vibration, to move in that direction, to feel like we are 1% better. So please join me and let's say, I'm 1% better. I'm 1% better. And as you say it, I want you to believe that you are 1% better, or 1% stronger, or 1% wiser, or 1% more positive. And let's see how that feels. Let's see how we get that going, right? Because when we get moving in a positive direction, even if it's just 1%, well, like Steve Nash, a former MVP of the NBA, says, 1% gain is a very important gain. So join me and let's say it and get it moving in our direction, right? I'm 1% better. I've been saying it all day since I read it. I'm 1% better. I'm 1% stronger. I'm 1% wiser. I'm 1% closer to achieving my goals. I'm 1% more calm. I'm 1% more confident. I'm 1% better. Yeah, I'm 1% better. I'm 1% better able to handle whatever life throws at me. I'm 1% more hopeful that I can achieve my goals. I'm 1% wiser. I'm 1% healthier. I'm 1% closer to achieving my goals. I'm 1% better. I'm 1% wealthier. I'm 1% wiser. I'm 1% happier. I'm 1% more joyful. I'm 1% better. And you're 1% better. And when we get us moving in that direction, just 1%, that's an important gain. because it gets us moving in the direction of our dreams. And when we do that, we start building momentum. And once we get momentum going in a positive direction, it makes it that much easier to keep momentum moving in a positive direction. Yeah, you and me, we're 1% better. We're 1% closer. The Wingman's Path is helping us get 1% closer to achieving our goals, right? How great is that? Breathe 1% better in. Feels pretty good, doesn't it? You're 1% closer. You're 1% wiser. I'm 1% happier that you've joined me here today because I know what 1% can do, and I know what you and I can do together, how we can spark each other's positive energy. So I thank you so much for joining me so that we could be 1% more positive. We could raise our vibration by 1%, or we can move in the direction of creating a life of our choosing just by 1%, right? Have a great day today, one in which you recognize that 1%, that you're 1% closer, you're 1% better. And I'll see you again tomorrow. Your Wingman Michael from the Wingman's Path here in Chiang Mai, signing off.